Hey, all, SnoH here. Here for this week's hiking video. We are at the start of the Pinhoti Trail. Never been here, but the section, I'm not doing a through hike, I'm just getting over a bit of a stomach bug that's had me very nauseous and with diarrhea the past couple days, pretty much near constantly. So we're gonna take it easy. What I'm going to do, this trail normally goes up to the top of the ridgeline all the way across and then back down, then up another mountain, that sort of thing. What I'm going to do today is I think we're just going to go up to the top for a good view, then come back down, take it easy this week. Then probably next week we'll do the full trail. But we'll pick up here in a bit and we'll see what sights we see.
The Pinhoti Trail is a southern Appalachian Mountains long-distance trail, 335 miles in length, located in the United States within the states of Alabama and Georgia. The trail's southern terminus is on Flag Mountain near Weogoofka, Alabama, the southernmost peak in the state that rises over 1,000 feet. The Pinhoti Trail is considered the realization of Forester Benton MacKail's original 1921 vision of a trail extending the length of the Appalachian mountain chain, connecting several existing trails and sprinkled with permanent camps and constructed to, quote, stimulate every line of outdoor non-industrial endeavor, including recreation, recuperation, agriculture, and study. He hoped to spark a, quote, back to the land movement to relieve the ills of urban industrial life.
All right, just getting started, and never been here. Let's take a look at this. All right. All right, let's go.
The original plan for the Appalachian Trail was laid out in 1925 at the first Appalachian Trail Conference. This plan showed a main trail running from the Cohutta Mountain in North Georgia to Mount Washington in New Hampshire. This plan also proposed a spur trail from Mount Washington to Mount Kahety in Maine and one from the Georgia mountains into northern Alabama. The spur in Maine was completed in 1940, while the spur into Alabama has yet to be blazed. However, the effort to make this Alabama spur trail a reality is underway and is the result of persistent work of many groups, individuals, agencies, and organizations. Construction of the Alabama Pinhoti Trail began in 1970 within the Talladega National Forest in east central and northeast Alabama. In 1977, the Talladega National Forest portions of the trail were designated a National Recreation Trail. By 1983, 60 miles of trail had been constructed, and Mike Leonard of the Alabama Wilderness Coalition proposed connecting the Pinhoti to the Appalachian Trail in Georgia. The U.S. Forest Service and Alabama's Forever Wild Land Trust aided in the acquisition of major wilderness tracts. The Pinhoti Trail currently travels through some of those acquired lands and others in which it is planned to go through.
All right, so taking a short break, found a nice little spot with a good view. As far as I could judge, we're about halfway up to the peak. If I turn the camera here, look up there, see Firewatch Tower. So those are the power lines. It looks like one of the lines like recently fallen, or it's supposed to be like that. And all the way down there is the ground. So we're making good progress already. This is a pretty rough trail. It's really muddy and really rocky, but we'll see you at the top. So I know I said see you at the top, but I just hit something that I thought was a little bit too cool not to share. I guess in one of the more recent rainstorms, the ridiculous one we had, this big old tree just got uprooted and collapsed all the way across the path. Nature's scary. I like it. Looks fairly fresh too. I mean, at least the wood that and branches that, oh wow, I just noticed something. It straight up ripped the top off of that tree too. All right, we're gonna get back to the hike, come to get under this and get going.
Pinhoti Trail was initially completed in February 2008 and officially opened to the public on March 16, 2008. Efforts continue to improve the trail, mainly involving moving roadwalk sections of the trail onto trails away from the road. A new southern terminus of the trail at the base of Flag Mountain opened in March 2015.
All right, so we just reached the top of this section anyways. We're on the service road, and I'm gonna go check out this radio tower that's that we saw earlier. Hopefully I can get pretty close to it because it looked like there was some good views from there. We'll check back in a bit. All right, so I just reached the tower. It is in fact an old radio tower. Well, not really old. I'm pretty sure it's still in use for what I don't know though. But it is, of course, chained up and locked. Though it does look like someone has cut barbed wire to climb up in there. But who knows. But this, over here, this is why I wanted to come here. Wanted this view. It's a very steep hike that I did, but this view from up here makes it all worthwhile. You can see for miles and miles. This is why I wanted to move out into the country and the mountains. Views like this. Now, I gotta, like, by the mileage, not that long of a hike to get back down there, but it's all downhill, so I don't think it'll be too bad. I could, in theory, just trample straight down this way, but I don't really see a safe path to do that. So I think I'm just gonna go the Mark Trail to get down. And I'll check back in once I get down to my car and do a breakdown. So I just got back to the car. It is, let's see, 10:34. So it took about an hour to make the hike down, which is a remarkably long time considering it's only like a mile and a half up to the peak where I was at the radio tower. That was a pretty fun hike. It was a lot more strenuous than I was expecting, even with how uphill it was. But I really enjoyed it. I had some good views. I'll have to do the entirety of it, or at least carry it all the way to the state park at one point. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was nice and peaceful. Now, that is gonna do it for me tonight, guys, or today rather. I don't know what trail I'm gonna do next. I need to do some research. If there's any in Georgia, preferably North Georgia, that you guys want to see, post it down below or hit me up on Twitter for it, and I'll be glad to take it to check it out. I can't really talk today. Anyways, like and subscribe if you want more, and I'll see you next week with Hiking with SnoH. Have a good one.